Alright, I'm back. I made a quick little change. Oh yeah. And that ain't a boss fight, I don't know what is. Oh! Is that our exit out of this plane? Doesn't look like there's anything standing between us and it either. Time to make a mad dash for the... Wait. What's up? I can smell the distinctive scent of the underworld, and it grows stronger by the second. What? Are we going to get surrounded by magic circles then? No, this isn't going to come from a circle. It's coming from above. Oh goody, spiders. What? Spiders? Ugh, so these are this plane's final devils. These are the three gluttonous Arachne sisters, kin of the 77 devils featured in the Testaments. They weave nightmares and consume the souls of those who wander into their labyrinth. So this is what real devils look like, huh? They sure look the part. But they're not gonna be enough to stop us. Let's get nasty. Right. Alright, round 2. I decided to bring in the big guns. Let's see. Afterglow Smasher. I'll hold off on that. Alright, so you want to save this one for last and kill these two. Alright, let's go for... You know what, yeah.
Upon the golden wings of battle, descending to that land to rescue the
Go, Heavenly Strike. Alright, that one's dead. Miss, miss. Let's see. Let me check your... Alright, so you've got a medium. Alright. Attack that one. And immediately going for the kill. Yeah, I can go for all three of them. I like that we get her S-break or her S-craft from SC. Critical. Dark matter. Fine, I'll just attack. Okay, good. I was worried that it was going to try and petrify me. Because I don't remember who I have petrification resistance on. Alright, away with ye. What do you got? None I can use. All your stuff causes KO. I don't have any impede stuff. Richard might. You have anything that impedes? Yes, you do. Good. I don't think so. I did have Arc Fencer. Hang in there. I do have Curia. Oh yeah, they can also, you know, run away. Yeah, no, I've had... So, spoiler alert. Once we kill this one, it's going to summon another one. That thing just likes to move around all over the place, and I just realized I don't think I have the proper person on remote ability. Yeah, no, I've got Josette. I should have had someone else. Alright, Estelle, if you will heal Senor Richard. She'll deal with the impede. There we go. And then, can you reach? No. Good lord, look at her. Look at her skill list. Dark matter, please. Oh, of course she's going to go last. Oh yeah, poison bomb. Forgot about that. Oh, I didn't have enough reach, huh? Alright. Now it summons this thing, which is the real boss battle here. The Arachne Zigma. It sucks. Here you go. It's got that, which does a good 8 to 9,000 damage. Alright, Estelle, don't worry. I'm gonna heal you. Did she say Shazam? I may as well. Go for it, Estelle. So when I had Shara and a gate in this fight, the first part wasn't that bad. It was this part that sucked. Alright, Colonel. Oh god. That is not the move I need to be using. Fine, you want to play? Survive? Barely. Tyrol. Okay, yeah, while she's healing, I'll use a Curia. Oh, if he attacks Richard, not gonna be happy. So far, so good. Alright, we're good. Except they cancel out my Curia. Alright, should probably start, like, speeding people up. Welcome back. Thankfully, they're resistant. Speed up. Okay, let's go for a lateral. Oh, that just barely gets Ren in there. Alright, and then I'll speed you up. Oh, please don't. Please use Poison Bomb. Or just waste everyone's time. That works too. Group heal. Alright, this should do us well for now. I would like to get Ren sped up as well. But I'd also like to use a speed up EX, a clock up EX on her. So let's just do that. Alright, give me 1 sec. Blade net, crap. Oh, I missed. There you go, Ren. Oh, good. Critical. Alright, dark matter. And, another dark matter, please. Just kill it. I'm tired of looking at it. Another blade net. Oh, you gonna stop Ren? Wow, that did a lot of damage to Ren. There we go. Is it dead? I think it has a little bit more. Uh-oh. Okay, good. Did she just call that thing Twerpsy? Booyah! Arc Fencer 2. Guys, come on, it wasn't that bad. What was up with that last one? That was so unfair. That must have been Zigma, the three sisters' mother. And even she was not able to stop us, thankfully. What? That looks like... a sealing stone? Another sealing stone, huh? I honestly figured Ren was going to be the last. Huh. So I was in a pretty stone like that when you found me, too? I feel like a princess in a fairy tale. You kind of were like a little princess, actually. I think this one may actually be different. The other stones had a strange sense of warmth when you held them. Not so for this one. Really? Is it 'cause it has something bad in it? No, instead of the usual warmth, it seems to have a cool, almost divine feel to it. Almost as if it might contain the goddess herself within. Sharp as usual. I am not ready for your bullshit right now. He's here. Who's that? So you decided to show your face again, did you? The priest is still unconscious, I see. What a shame. I was rather surprised to find out that he can only use his stigma's power against heretics. Even power of that magnitude is meaningless if it's so limited and has such repercussions. I almost pity him. To tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting you to reach this point so quickly. Your final piece is inordinately capable. Oh, might you be referring to me? Thanks to you, I ended up having to make my appearance sooner than I was expecting. I suppose I should have expected no less from the host of Gransel's finest tea party. That's very true. Regardless, I came to fulfill a duty, and fulfill it I shall. Think of that stone as a gift for gathering all the pieces scattered throughout Phantasma. It contains not an additional piece, but a rule book of sorts that you may find beneficial. A rule book? That certainly explains why it feels different compared to the others. Could this mean that you're finally ready to face us head-on rather than continuously taunting us? Whether that time comes is entirely up to you. For now, all I will say is this. On the next game board, all of you will find yourselves face to face with a number of trials to overcome. He's escaping again. Wait a damn minute. Is that all you've got to say? What kind of trials? A variety in all shapes and sizes. Even I will be one of them. You? Really now? I eagerly anticipate seeing whether you are able to overcome them all and make it to me. Don't disappoint me now. It's almost as if he can't help but try to taunt us. He stays just long enough to say something cryptic and then leaves before elaborating every single time. Oh, I just love those types. Is something wrong, Estelle? Oh, it's nothing. Anyway, we might have gotten nothing but cryptic teasers out of him, but we do have a new sealing stone to unlock. I think we should head back to the garden and get to it. I agree. I'm quite curious as to just what this rule book is as well. Your guess is as good as mine. So I wonder who's in this one. The way it glows is pretty different compared to all the other sealing stones. You're right. I wonder who's going to appear out of it. Chloe? Is something wrong? No, it's just the light radiating from it feels somehow nostalgic. Huh? That comes as no surprise. Oh, hey, it's the music from the opening. When you boot the game up. It's a ghost! It's her. What? She looks like... I'm so glad I can finally communicate with you like this. I wonder how many hundreds of years it's been since I was last able to hold a true conversation. Your Highness... Wait. You aren't... Are you? It's a pleasure to have the chance to meet one of my own descendants. And allow me to extend a hand of welcome to all of you, visitors to my garden. My name is Celeste. Celeste de Ausles. Gasp! Wow. Alright. So now we got ghostly ancestor. You've reached the Amaro City Church. How may I help you? Oh, is that you, Kevin? I didn't think you'd be there already, so I was just going to leave a message with the priest. Oh, hey, Rufina. Yeah, I got here late this morning. How about you? When do you think you'll begin here? I'm going to be a little late, I'm afraid. There's been an accident or something, so the train's been delayed. I probably won't be getting there until this evening now. Gotcha. I'll wait here till you arrive. I think Reese and the kids would get all bent out of shape if I showed up without you. Oh, please. I'm sure you're just exaggerating. Although, speaking of Reese, I hope you've been thinking about how you're going to cheer her up. Ha! I've got it all planned out. I've been stocking up on souvenirs from every mission I've been going on. Should be enough to snap her out of her funk. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Girls her age are more complex than you think. Yeah? I guess she's not really a kid anymore, now that she's 13, but still. Actually, that's about how old you were when we first met, right? Now that you mention it, it was. How time flies. Sorry, it looks like the train's about ready to leave. I'm going to have to go. I'll see you later then, alright? If you get bored of waiting, you're welcome to go on home ahead of me, of course. Got it. See you later. Man, how time flies is right. Have I really not been home in 2 years? And I guess that makes 9 since I met Rufina. I hope Reese isn't too grumpy when we finally get there. Kevin! What is it, Father? Has something bad happened? Well, I've just received word that someone spotted a group of men dressed in all black at the edge of town. What's worse is they were supposedly heading for the mountain path. You don't think... If they were, Astor House must be their target, I fear. Do you have any idea what could be going on? I wish I did. I doubt it's anything to do with the Grossritter, at least. I think I should go check it out, just in case. Please do. Oh, do you know when Rufina is going to be arriving, by the way? This evening, by the sounds of it. She said her train's been delayed. When she arrives, can you let her know what happened? Damn it, Jaegers? Seems like there's anywhere between 5 and 10 of them. But what could they want with a gospel factory to begin with? The longer they're allowed to be in there, the more danger the kids are in. I'm gonna have to try and handle this alone. It's time to put my combat skills to good use. Chapter 6: The Guardian's Trials. Celeste? Wasn't that the name we saw in those data crystals?
That's right. According to those, she was the de facto leader of the group of ancients who sealed away the Oriole. She was also the founder of Liberal's current royal family.
I'm glad to see the information I left behind ended up proving useful to someone. It really did. So then, you're really the founder of Liberal's royal family? Not technically. I'm not the real Celeste Alcest. Think of me as something of a shadow. Or a partial copy her personality created in order to influence Phantasma from within. How can you only be a partial copy? The truth behind you is apparently more complicated than we thought. You don't appear to be a spirit of some kind, though. I see that now. That is correct. Before I try to explain just what I am, I should probably tell you more about what the world we are in is first. You can do that? This should be interesting. As you are aware, the land in which you stand is called Phantasma. This world belonging to a higher plane. This is a world belonging to a higher plane of existence, created several thousands of years ago by the Oriole. Its purpose was to act as a subsystem for the Oriole in order to incorporate and process the will of the Liber Arc's populace. One might call it a self-organized world designed to realize countless possible others as necessary. Pardon? You've lost me. Yeah, isn't there a simpler way to explain this? Well, while not technically correct, perhaps you could think of it this way. Phantasma is like a fictitious realm created by the Oriole in order to fulfill humanity's every wish and desire. That's better. What exactly qualifies Phantasma as fictitious? I can't help but think it far too real to be a land of pure fantasy. When I say a fictitious world, I don't mean to suggest that Phantasma is a complete lie. It's more like a shadow graph or a kaleidoscope. It has its own laws and can change to reflect countless different possibilities. Does this make the concept any easier for you to understand? Somewhat, yes.
And suddenly the Phantasma seems that much more appropriate.
As I stated previously, it was a subsystem of the Oriole rather than being the Oriole itself, and it helped to grant people's desires. They were separated entities, but effectively like two sides of the same coin. The relationship caught our eye as we were devising the sealing mechanism. You mean the mechanism used to seal away the Oriole? That was also in those data crystals left behind. Exactly. At first we thought our plan would be impossible to execute. After all, the Oriole had absolute control over space itself, and was able to influence mankind's every action. Even after coming upon the idea of temporarily freezing it and imprisoning it with a gravity barrier, we had no way to implement our plans. Without that, they were simply ideas with no real meaning. We were effectively at a total loss.
You had discovered your foe's weakness, but had no way to take advantage of it. That must have been quite the frustrating predicament.
Indeed. And yet our perseverance rewarded us with the development of something that could take advantage of that weakness, the Recluse Cube. Is that what this is known as, then? Yes, that is the only object in existence able to interact with Phantasma without relying on the Oriole as an intermediary. Celeste used that to create a partial copy of her personalities, that is, me, inside Phantasma. And once inside, I began working to sabotage Phantasma's functionality by using this garden as my base of operations. Whew. As a result of my efforts, the Oriole's processing abilities was hindered just long enough for the plan to be executed.
He who catches his foe off guard wins the battle. The same principle applies to martial arts, too.
It sounds like you really put a lot of thought into planning everything. Maybe, but I can't deny that luck played quite a part in the end. Once the Oriole was sealed away, my work was done, and I fell into a deep sleep here. My reason being that if the Oriole were ever unsealed, I might be able to provide assistance to the people of that time. I'm pleased you've been able to handle it just fine without my help, however. Luck's played a huge part for us too, though.
We're not even sure where the Oriole is now. As far as we're aware, it disappeared during all that happened at the Liber Arc.
I thought as much. I was able to confirm the Oriole's disappearance from here within Phantasma, too. When I did so, I thought my purpose for existing was finally over, and that all that was left for me in this land was to embrace a slow and peaceful destruction. But that was not to be. Soon the Lord of Phantasma appeared. So that's when it happened. Quite a recent development, I see. The Lord of Phantasma appeared out of nowhere, stealing all of my power before I was even aware what happened. After doing so, they began to remake Phantasma in accordance to their own designs. Both this world's current structure and the planes that make it up were all the Lord of Phantasma's creations.
Looks like your theory was correct, Ren. Still, that makes it sound like... Yeah, so you don't know who that masked bastard is either, then?
I'm afraid not. Their every action thus far has been a mystery. Ordinarily, they should not have been able to gain access to this world in the first place. And I'm afraid I have no idea what they are trying to achieve by bringing all of you in here and testing you. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, that's the part we want to know most of all. I only wish I could be of more help. The only other thing I can say about them is that I suspect the Lord of Phantasma is currently in the 7th plane. There's a 7th? What makes you think that? That was the first plane they created after appearing in this world. Just what kind of place that plane is, I don't know. But I can sense dark, inhuman thoughts from there, and they're spreading out across the whole of Phantasma. That doesn't sound good. Then we'll be seeing them after the next one, won't we?
Yeah, we just finished the 5th when we came back here. Presuming they're waiting for us on the 7th, the time to fight them head on may not be that far off. Heh, I was getting tired of waiting. As was I. It seems the end may finally be in sight. Now, if only we had some sort of inkling as to what the Lord of Phantasma is trying to achieve. Actually, I just might. Kevin!
You're up.
It's good to see you again, Father. You too. Wasn't expecting you of all people, to get an invitation here. Or you, for that matter, little lady.
I'm sure you weren't. I've got something I want to ask you, but I suppose that can wait until later.
Ha, for sure.
Are you sure you're feeling alright?
Right as rain. I'm feeling just great. All that sleep must have done a lot of good. And I see you guys made a whole lot of progress while I was out cold, too.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Kevin Graham. Or maybe I don't need to introduce myself, since you seem to know a thing or two about everyone who's come in here so far.
True, I was able to tell what was happening at the Liber Arc from the garden. And out of all the people here, you are the one closest to the truth of what is happening here. Am I wrong? What?
No, I don't think you are. I can't pretend to be much of an expert on what Phantasma itself is. But we've got a pretty good idea to who's responsible for all this. I can only think of one person twisted enough to put us through all we've been through.
Wait, is that someone you know?
You could say that, yeah. The short version is, they're a real piece of work. A cunning, arrogant, cold-hearted son of a bitch who doesn't even see people as people. That about sums up who we're dealing with.
Sounds like a real awful guy.
And who, may I ask, is that you're talking about? Well, about that. Would you be willing to wait just a bit longer for the answer to that one? I'm pretty sure I'm right, but I'm still missing one last thing that'll let me be completely certain. And I think we'll find out just what it is in the 6th plane. And here I thought we were finally going to get an answer. Is there any reason you can't share your theory as is? Yeah, I realize I'm asking a lot after we've come so far. But I promise that as soon as I know for sure, I'll talk. I swear on the goddess's name and on the church's emblem. Well, I don't see any reason to say no.
Likewise, he's clearly got his reasons. It's not often you ask us for favors, so I can let it slide. No problem here. If he says wait, I'll wait.
I feel as though we can trust your judgment, Kevin, so I have no objections either.
Me neither. I don't really care as long as I get to have my fun. I believe we're on agreement then.
Yep, consider this one settled.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Anyway, now that I'm up, I'm also down to take lead again. And I'd appreciate it if you backed me up.
No problem. It seems like you're all ready to move on. While you're advancing through the 6th plane, I'll do all that I can on my end to find out more about the 7th. Of course, if you need my support, I'll be happy to provide it through the cube and the monuments as I always have.
Now that you mention it, we haven't really thanked you for all the help you've given us since we got here, have we? Thanks, Celeste. We couldn't have done this without you.
We truly are in your debt. Please think nothing of it. I am but a shadow, placed here with a duty to fulfill. I believe helping you to be a part of that duty. If I may, allow me to help you however I can.
Will do. Sorry for worrying you too, Reese. But I'm just fine now. So please, leave everything to me. I'm begging you.
Only if you promise me one thing.
What is it?
I won't make you promise not to put yourself in any danger or to overdo it. But don't do anything that would make Rufina sad.
You really know how to hit a guy where it hurts, don't you?
So, will you promise?
Yeah, I promise. I swear on her name I won't. And now, we have an entire party! Can't get rid of Kevin, though. Alright, so now we can choose 3 party members, which will make grinding a little bit easier. Cause, guess what I'm going to be doing off screen? Ren and Richard are 119. Everyone else is the low ones. It's like, no. Also, fun fact. Let me choose a party first. Let's see. I'll take with me Annalise, Josette and a gate. Alright. So now, our support members. So first of all, Colonel Richard has battle CP recovery plus 2%, movement plus 1, and art defense minus 25%. That is pretty hefty. But then there's Ren over here. Experience gain plus 15%, Sepith gain plus 20%, defense minus 5%. She's gonna be super helpful in the grind. Alright, with that... I'm at a loss for such... Alright, what doors do I have that I have not explored? We still have one moon door that we haven't seen. We have a bunch of star doors. I'm a little surprised about that. We have 7 star doors we have not even seen yet. I've been pretty thorough. Let's see. We've done that. I think we've done that. We've done that. Done that. Done that. Have not done that. We've done that. And we've done that. So we still have 7 that we have not done. And we have one more sun door. Plus we need to finish... let's see. There's... Which ones? Oh yeah, the fishing one, which I still have one, which I'm gonna do like for post commentary. And then there's the arena, which I'll do after I've grind, probably post commentary. Okay, and with that, let me think. Not gone any longer than I usually do. I'm just mulling over all Celeste told us about Phantasma earlier. It's strange to think that we've suddenly ended up in a world that's part of a higher plane of the universe. Thinking about it, this place is probably perfect for martial arts training. It's like being at the top of a tall mountain, isolated from the world. Now I want to speak to everyone. Great. Yo, what's going on here? Oh, Kevin. Are you feeling okay now? We don't want you, going and collapsing again after you only just recovered. Heh, come on, Estelle. I'm indestructible. Pretty swell timing on my part before, huh? I didn't even get to say hi before I fell unconscious now, did I? Indeed. Everyone was shaking their heads with disappointment when you collapsed. You're supposed to be a Dominion, but you wouldn't believe it from that shameful show of weakness. Actually, I'm pretty sure everyone was just panicking, especially you, Reese. Yes, that's right. He introduced himself as this land of Phantasma's foremost guardian. Joshua? By the sounds of it, you've probably encountered him more times than I have, but... Yeah, I know. I'm going to have to make sure I'm prepared. Oh, Reese. So how are things going between you and the others? Getting along? Yeah, we are. We had the chance to get to know one another better while you were asleep. Ha, that's good, I guess. I fully expect you to keep your promise with me, however. If you dare break it, you're going without food for a week. Ouch, I'd rather you spared me that one. Alright. I kinda want to talk to people. Here. Since we just talked to these 3.
Let's move out. I am ready.
Alright, anyone else over here? No? Hey, Sin was saying something kind of cool earlier. He says this place is perfect for martial arts training. Heh, I might not be into the same combat style as him, but I'm not gonna say no to a chance to get stronger. Say, you wanna join me for some sparring later, Zin? Sure thing. In a place like this, they totally would just spar it out. I just feel like talking to everyone. See where we stand. See if we get some funny dialogue. Oh, now what do we got? All the doll night is on the bookshelf.
It's almost startling how many books are here. They don't seem to be arranged in any specific order, though. I want to think that there's more to this bookcase than meets the eye. This world really does make no sense. I mean, I'm pretty sure what Celeste is saying is the truth, but it all just seems so weird. Well, whatever. Guess there's no point in me worrying about it. I'll just try and help the princess here.
I understood the gist of what Celeste was saying, but that doesn't really explain why there are all these books here. Especially so many of them. Something's not clicking with me. Oh, look at this weird one.
Weird one? What's it called?
From Fat to Fit. By Gilbert Stein. These bookcases really are weird.
Gilbert? You mean that Gilbert? He wrote a book? Oh, was he a chubby guy? I can see him being a chubby kid. Then he thought he was all cool when he joined Ouroboros. I didn't know... well, I don't think I knew his last name. So, Father, how are you feeling now? Fine, thanks. Sorry about worrying you guys so much. Oh, don't be. I wasn't there to see you collapse, so I was simply curious how you were doing. I never imagined that would be the origin of the cube we've been relying on all this time. At least now we understand how we came to be drawn in here, to a degree. It seems like the one directly responsible for that happening was the Lord of Phantasma, too. I can't wait to make them pay for what they've done. I never would have imagined the very ghost who aided us all this time was an ancestor of the Liberalian Royal Army. Still, I can hardly imagine a more reassuring revelation. I'd like to think that with her help, we may be able to compete against the Lord of Phantasma after all.
Hello, Kevin. It sure seems like you've got quite a lot on your mind. I won't force you to tell us everything, but given that we've been caught up in all this, I think it's fair to expect some kind of explanation.
You'll get one, I promise. Hope you don't mind waiting a little bit longer.
Was that everyone? No, I don't think I've seen...
What? You got that really rare Landmore limited edition plushie? I really want that one too. You're so lucky. Annalise. I think she's probably the one least bothered about what's going on here out of all of us. So then I decided to give him a name. I raised a cat once before too, you know. The professor called him a steel cougar, if I recall. That doesn't sound like the kind of cat I'm thinking of. I got lots of plushies. My room's full of them. I wish I could show you them.
Alright, the less serious talks are there. Alright, with that, I'm going to actually end it off here so I can go work on grinding a little bit. Also, yeah, I need to rework Kevin's ornaments. So, next time on The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky the Third, we'll be heading to the 6th plane. Oh yeah, I just thought of something. One sec. Oh wow. EXP gain plus 10%. Oh no, wait. Yeah. Plus 10%. 7th gain plus 20%. Battle HP recovery plus 3%. Strength plus 2%. Art defense minus 25. She's just a little bit worse than Ren. Just a little. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.